Having been in the screenwriting blogosphere for several years now, I've had my eyes opened up to a number of practices I find, frankly, repulsive. In the past, I've admitted there might be legitimate reasons for spending money on covered services in the Blacklist website. However, there's an entire industry built on separating aspiring writers from their hard-earned money, and there are a lot of business practices that make me ill just to hear about. Perhaps one of the bigger scams is the concept of screenwriting coaches. These people are charlatans who will charge in the thousands of dollars for regular mentoring of a writer's screenplay. They'll couch it in the more florid vocabulary, but the long and the short of it is, you're basically paying them to read several drafts of your script and give you notes. The way I see it, they're like managers who take their money out of you up front instead of on commission. Except they can't get you work and likely are on the fringes of the industry. Now call me old-fashioned, but I've never been a fan of mentors who I have to pay. It's also not uncommon for them to offer some kind of career coaching based on their years of experience as an industry insider. I'd assert that few of these people have any notable industry credits, which isn't a big deal when they're giving away advice for free, but when they're charging thousands of dollars, that's a very different story. And let me be blunt here. Even if the coach in question has an impressive work history, I doubt their services are worth the exorbitant price. We live in a world where so much information is out there for free, it's not hard to educate yourself about the business. The only catch is you have to be willing to put in the time to seek out and absorb that information and have the dedication to internalize it. The more information that's out there for free, the less valuable the insight of the screenwriting coach is. Now, I suspect most people who engage the services of a screenwriting coach aren't really paying for the insight. What they're paying for is that this insider will get their script to the highest level contacts and get a sale. And here's where the scheme breaks down, because I'd wager that most people who fall for this scam simply aren't strong enough as writers for their material to impress anyone once it gets to a real industry gatekeeper. Writing is a skill that can be taught, and it's possible for even a good writer to learn something from a writing teacher. However, just as vocal coaches can't turn everyone into Kelly Clarkson, a screenwriting coach's success is largely dependent upon the abilities of the person they have to work with. If someone is truly strong at writing, so long as they keep making honest efforts to get their work out there to people in the business, I have faith they will eventually be recognized. Sure, the Blacklist might not find all of them, and I wouldn't be shocked if the Nickel Fellowship missed a few budding screenwriters too, but if a writer has it, the law of averages demands that eventually they will have their day in the sun. It just means a writer won't be able to rely on just one script or assume that everyone will immediately recognize their brilliance. I bring this up to underline that making it as a writer is largely about the things no screenwriting coach can give you. A coach can only take you to the next level if you're already capable. And at that point I say, what do you need them for? There's not a single professional writer I know who doesn't recoil in disgust at the mention of screenwriting coaches. Stop supporting an unnecessary practice and channel those funds into something that can actually help you. You got questions? Bring them on. Put them in comments. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you back here next week.